Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be streaming some Kerbal Space Program. We're going to be starting up a brand new session, brand new save file. Poke around out in space. So I will be having some kind of special parts in here. Not like super duper crazy special parts, but some nonetheless. So, quick tour, because we haven't done Kerbal Space Program on the channel before. We've got the runway for the space plane hangar. We've also got mission control, which I don't think I've ever used. Weird. We've also got research and development. That's where our science goes in and pops out fancy new stuff. The tracking station, how we can go find the stuff that's floating around out in space. And the vehicle assembly building. That's where we actually build the rockets and stuff. Space plane hangar, you can build rockets, but it's not like super easy. Like, I haven't personally gotten the hang of the space plane hangar just yet. So, it is what it is. And over here, last but not least, we have the launch pad. This is where things that we want to launch take off from, like the rockets and stuff. Anyway, before I ramble on too long, let's go ahead and hop into the vehicle assembly building. There we go. First, very simple. Oh, do we not have fuel tanks? Oh, we've only got the solid rocket booster. Just doing a quick check to make sure, we'll check out what we've got, that's available. And honestly, it's basically nothing. We will be needing this. There we go. And we'll also be needing the mystery goo container. Now, I'm going to slap on a bunch of those. And I know that's maybe not, advisable, because they do weigh stuff. Let's see. Let's slap on another flea if we can. Can we? We can. There we go. That'll introduce us to staging. So down here over in the bottom right, we've got our staging menu. So we want to take the bottom one and drop it on the bottom. Drop the middle one in the middle. And we want the parachute to have its own thing. Okay? Because, yeah. We don't want to accidentally launch the parachute at the same time that we do everything else. But that should be good enough to get us started. Let's go ahead and hit the launch pad. Okay, so we're out here on the launch pad, like I was pointing out. First things first, let's do a crew report. See, there's really nothing all that special that we can do here. We're not getting a whole bunch of science, and if we had a way to transmit, all of it would go back. Next step, EVA, extravehicular activity. Do an EVA report. Keep that. And we're close enough to the ground that we can do a soil sample, and we're going to keep that as well. Pop back in. And where do we want to go? I think maybe near the ocean. So if we climb out to the right, we'll end up over the ocean, which is a relatively safe bet. Okay, just tap the T button to toggle the SAS. Don't ask me what that stands for. I absolutely cannot remember. But we stayed on the platform too long. Let's go ahead and get in the air. That SAS button, what that does is that automatically keeps our rocket going in the direction we told it to go. And as we slow down, we're going to pop out the second stage. There we go. Let's go ahead and do another crew report. We don't want to overwrite that. We can, however, do the observe the mystery goo. See what that does. Keep that. And we're just kind of out here floating around in the atmosphere. We haven't made it to space yet. That is coming. Let's see. Let's accelerate time just a touch. Accelerating time in atmosphere does some weird stuff sometimes. We're relatively high up, but I do want to go ahead and pop that out for just in case. And we're gonna go back to accelerating time until we get within, I don't know, maybe a kilometer of the ground. There we go. And that's exactly when our parachute decided to open, well, maybe not fully open, but start to open. And yes, it is a very slow fall, but it is kind of very important to do a very slow fall. There we go. Oh, it still says flying. Okay, just a clue. This says we'll recover 7 science if we recovered the craft, which is cool, but we've already done one while flying at Kerbin. So even if we collect and keep this, it's not going to give us any more science. So yeah, we're just going to shut that down for a bit. And we're going to see how lightly we can touch down with that parachute. Boom! Nothing has exploded. Always a good time had by all. You know what? Can we EVA here? Let's roll around a little bit. Get that hatch on top. Observe that mystery goo in the water. See? Observation from Kerbin's water. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Oh, hey! It's Auto Dave. Hey, Auto Dave. EVA, and we want to take a surface sample, and we're going to want to keep it, and make an EVA report, and going to want to keep it. And we're back in. Okay, so that was maybe not the most optimized science first run ever, but it was pretty okay. So from here, if it's landed safely on Kerbin, I like to head on over to the tracking station. I'm not one of those diehards that builds a special recovery craft to go recover it. It's really cool. Don't knock it until you try it, but it is a lot of effort. Hey, Lucas. Yeah, it does kind of suck. We don't want to lose Jeb. Anyway, like I was saying, we're over here in the tracking center. We can actually see Untitled Spacecraft number 1. That's the one we just flew, and we can recover, terminate, or fly it. So it's out of fuel. It's on the ground. We don't want to blow it up. We do want to recover it. Then we get a report. There we go. It's 44 science just from that short flight. And we have also recovered the crew. Okay, so we're done in this window for now. We don't have a whole bunch of crazy stuff out in all kinds of outer space. And we can go to that research center I pointed out earlier, and we can actually research some stuff. So in total, we've got 44.1 science. So I think basic rocketry is going to be hard to beat. Hey, Gun Jim. And we've also got engineering. Important notes here. It's got 2 different kinds of communotrons. They're antennas. Oh, it didn't message you. Oh, stinks. Oh, Saltiest Dog wants this game. I don't blame you. I've got something like 450 hours in it. But anyway, like I was saying, this has got some science in there, and I think that's a decoupler. So the decoupler decouples things. But yeah, anything that gives us more science, we want. Let's see, what else do we want? General rocketry. Sounds like bigger, better engine. I think yes. We got 14 left to spend. Not enough for that, which has got science, which in hindsight we probably should have picked that up first. And that would cost 18. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we're going to basically do the same thing again with some minor tweaks. Oh, okay. I didn't know the Twitch stuff goes out before YouTube. That's neat. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna build a slightly more advanced aircraft, well, spacecraft now. What I would like to do, I want something that gimbals. This engine gimbals, so we're gonna be using the LV-T45. Before we get there, we gotta throw on Some tanks. Actually, yeah. We'll do that. We're gonna come over here to utility, make sure that's on there. That's good. Science, we've got the mystery goo. We're once again gonna slap way too many of those on there. And there we go. That's the orientation that we wanted. It's not actually blocking the door, which is good. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it showing up on YouTube and not so many on it showing up on Twitch. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we wanted to slap on a decoupler for you. Boom. Did you go on? You did. Yes. Okay, cool. So if you look at the staging, we've got the parachute in its own. Then we decouple. Yes. Okay. What do we want next? We want that T-45. Boom. There we go. Space. Yes. I like space. Space is fun. Let's see. We want another decoupler. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we want probably another fuel tank. Boom, fuel tank. Then another T-45, which all sounds great to me. Then one last coupler. And a solid fuel booster. Okay, so those you can't adjust the thrust on. It's what we used before, which is cool. Got to make sure everything goes off like it should. So a little something that I like to do. I like to go find that decoupler and the engine right above it and put it in the same stage. So I don't have to stage twice to activate that engine. We'll burn the solid fuel booster, then we'll decouple that booster and start the next engine at the same time. Then we're going to set the staging up on the next one so it does the exact same again. And then we're going to, at the end of our flight, decouple all of the weight and explodey bits before we triggered the parachute. Okay, let's go ahead and see how far we can get with this one. It did? I didn't catch that. Okay, so this should be a little bit overkill, but in a good way. Let's go ahead and turn on that SAS. And go ahead and throttle up and get off of this platform. So you notice it didn't take off as fast as it did last time. And that's because, well, the thrust to weight ratio is not as good. So it's got less thrust per weight. So it's not going to be as fast, which is fine. It's totally fine. Duna is gone. I've still got Duna on mine. So if you're not familiar with Kerbal Space Program and, well, space in general, what I'm doing right now is, whoa, that's not good. It didn't go where it was supposed to. That lack of gimbal kind of stinks. Oh no, we're stuck. We're stuck upside down. See if we can add some gimbalage to it. There we go. Oh, hey, and we're positive again. So that was definitely not the cleanest staging I've ever had. But hey, we didn't blow up, and we were only upside down for a little bit. We're gonna see if, we forgot to log the temperature down on the ground. Stage and next one. Let's see, very important thing. Gotta check your apoapsis. And it seems as though I've turned maybe a bit much. Oh, starting to lose control. Losing control. Okay, we're gonna save at least some of that fuel for adjustments later on. We've hit 1,000 meters per second, so we should, yeah, we're our apoapsis, so the top, like the furthest out we're going to reach is 1,000 meters. So we want to put in a node on our apoapsis, and we want to extend it out. Should be able, oh, that's too far. Much too far. And that is exactly as far as I can go. That's where it predicts I will end up. No, I haven't actually landed anywhere but Kerbal yet, which we will be fixing, and we will be fixing soon. It's going to take a bit more research. So we've got a node. It's going to happen in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let's see if we can crew report and get anything useful. We can. And I'm really thinking that Jeb's probably not going to go flying off if we EVA. There we go. EVA. Get that report, keep it, and hop back in before things go crazy. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to turn on the SAS. Extra SAS for everyone. Let's see. What? There we go. There. Whoop. 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 Okay, so that's pointing toward our node. Not perfectly lined up, but it's kind of sort of there. And when we get close to our node, we're going to fire off that engine again. And I think, well, it's only 30 seconds left to go, so I think we're just going to sit it out and wait for things to happen. For firing the node, we want to wait until about half of the node's length before the node to start firing. So in this case, burn time of 3 seconds, and the node is in 16 seconds. So the way you would handle that is you start firing 1.5 seconds before the node. But I'm not that I'm really not that great. So there we go. Fire the node, and oh, too far. We are actually out of stuff. We forgot to observe the mystery goo. Keep that experiment, log the temperature, keep that experiment, because we are high above Kerbin. Since we don't have anything left in that last stage, we're going to go ahead and shed that weight. You don't really want to have to be dealing with all that spare weight. We don't have much in the way of, well, shielding, so we're gonna have to try a spin maneuver. And we're really just gonna have to wait a little bit of time before we touch the atmosphere, which should be somewhere around 60,000 meters. We should be coming in on it. Yeah, we're actually touching the atmosphere right now. Is this going to be a series? I have no idea. I've just been playing a lot of Kerbal Space Program and been having a lot of fun with it. So I decided I wanted to share it. And because it is so long between things, I figured a stream was probably the better way to share that with you. I don't know what I'm planning to have done by the end of the video. I just have no idea. I may be spinning a little fast. Maybe a lot fast. But that said, spinning this fast means there's very little in the way of surfaces that stay constantly exposed to the kinds of temperatures that we're getting from re-entry. And we should maybe try to slow down a little bit more. Come on, you can do it. We are 10,000 7 kilometers above the surface, so yeah, we'll survive. And yes, Jeb is still alive. If you look down at the bottom right of the screen where the logo's covering everything up, Jeb is actually the pilot of this craft today. Go ahead and pop that just in case we miss stuff. I think it's somewhere around $30 on Steam right now, which, I don't know, I don't think is too bad. Okay, I didn't see where that blew up, but that's where we, oh, there it is. Over here in this corner. Aw, you know what? I don't know what I can do to fix the size on your screen. I don't know if there is anything I can do to fix the size on your screen. Okay, so we will actually be able to get a little bit of science from that mystery goo that we just opened up. We're also gonna do... It'll stop spinning. There we go. Another temperature reading, gonna keep that. It might just be a cropping thing. Yeah, we're definitely going to try to keep Jeb alive. So, I've been playing basically all week and haven't lost a pilot yet. So, don't... I hope I don't jinx it. But, yeah, I actually haven't lost a pilot yet. And... touchdown, and nothing exploded. Okay, EVA time. Let's see, what do we want to do? We want to EVA report. We're at the grasslands, so we've actually got some good stuff. Let's let go. And do we want to plant a flag? Hey, Colin. So yeah, let's put down a flag. We're gonna call it Grasslands. Second rocket. Hey, he didn't blow up. Boom, gotcha. Let's just for ease of use, we're going to hop back in. Oh, come on, hop in. There we go, hopped back in. All is well, back to the tracking station. Yeah, I'm shooting for no explosions, but no promises. Once again, we are... Oh, wow, we went way off course. Let's go ahead and recover our stuff and see what science we got. We got 68 science total now. Always nice. And we have safely recovered Jeb. Let's go see what all we can unlock now. Back to R&D. Survivability is a really good idea. It's got some heat shields, which will come in handy, and it's also got a press mat barometer. So the barometer is going to give us some more science. The basic science is also a good idea. Flight control is a good idea. Stability is also a good idea. These radial decouplers are going to come in super duper handy. Let's see. Where is not aviation? Flight control. That's what we're grabbing next. We're grabbing flight control. Then we'll go ahead and grab stability just because I want the radial decouplers, and we're out of science. Dang it. Okay. Back to building. Yes. Okay. Donut Ninja said something about, I don't know if this is real or not, but Steam database seems to be a way to get games cheaper using different currencies. I don't know about that, but there's a istthereanydeal.com, and they've so far treated me very well. It'll point me toward the official stores and the secondary stores like Humble, and let me know what the lowest price ever was, when the last price change was, and where it's cheapest right now. So that's what I use to go find my new games. Okay, let's, since we've done a good bit of research with the goo canisters, let's do a slight change here. We're going to go to a little bit more sane 4, and we're going to adjust the way things clip in, because I like it all matchy-matchy. There we go. And we're probably going to do the same for the air. There we go. All of our temperature gauges. It was under science. We want these pressomat barometers, and we want to very much make sure that it's not covering up the escape hatch. Yeah, we'll drop it down here. And I got to make sure, yes, those goo containers are not part of the stage that we're going to be getting rid of. Through that website, it says you can get it for 15. It may actually be on sale right now. It's also got a notification option that'll let you know if it goes on sale, when it goes on sale. We really only want one of these antennas. And boom, gotcha. Are you planning to get to the moon this episode? Either the moon or Minmus. I'm not entirely sure which is going to work out best for us. Don't think it'd be a bad idea to slap a couple of these on here. We're going to put it on this stage because I don't have a whole heck of a lot of confidence in getting all of it back. And, is that an engine? That's an engine. Okay. What we want to do is we want to slap on one of these thermal shields, not the little bitty one, the big one. There we go. Boom. Gotcha. So that'll protect our capsule and all of our science and stuff as we come down. Let's see. And we probably want to slap on this winglet. So it is a control surface. Minmus is arguably easier to get to than the moon. It's not necessarily a lot easier to get to than the moon, but it's potentially easier to get to than the moon. And if you're interested as to why that is, it's because it's a smaller body, so it's easier to leave. Yeah, it's easier to leave. That's the most important bit. Oh, we've got a service bay. Oh, shoot. It was all attached to that decoupler. Oops. Okay, we're going to pull that off. We're going to pull that off. And we're going to slap ourselves a science bay on. We'll open up the science bay and we're going to add in... Well, let's start with these. Oh, this is the... Oh, no. I've lost the barometer because I turned it the wrong way. We're doomed. On, grab it. I wasn't able to get it. Okay. Well, it's gone forever. But we'll go ahead and slap those on there, and we will just deal with the minimal extra weight. And turn it the right way. There we go. So we've packed as much science as I think we can pack in this small area. Hopefully that'll work. Really though, I think what I would like to do is I'd like to pull that off, and I would like to get one of those radial decouplers that we meant to get and didn't. Dang it. Well, after this next trip, we're going to be getting it. Command and control. Having a new inline reaction wheel would be nice. No new fuel tanks. And yes, you saw it, Mech Jeb. We have the AR-202 case. And we only need one of those. So if you're not familiar with Mech Jeb is radial decouplers for the SRBs. I wish I had the radial decouplers. I don't actually have them, which kind of really stinks. Anyway, let's hop up into space and see what we can do. I think we're going to have to get some more science before it makes a difference. You haven't actually seen somebody play science mode. Yes, science mode is the old career mode. Like, that's the way it used to be. That used to be career. And I liked it. I hated it when they came out with the new career mode. It's okay, but not really what I want to do. I wanted something between the new career mode and, well, free play, because I'm not really interested in free play. Okay, so something we should have done last time, we should have grabbed all of our new science-y stuff and gone ahead and logged some stuff, capped it, and then gone out to tracking station and recover it. Anyway, yeah, science mode. Basically, you're just going out to get science. It's somewhere between career mode and sandbox mode, because sandbox mode is cool for testing stuff out, but there's no payoff. Like, wait, what was... Oh, I hit the wrong button, didn't I? You were watching it, and you didn't catch me. Yeah, I don't... Career mode is a little bit too restrictive, in my opinion. 14 science. Heck yeah. 14 science may be able to get us those decouplers. I think we're really darn close. Decouplers, 18 science, and we got 14. Dang. Not quite. Anyway, keep going back to it, but the cost of the vehicles and having to complete challenges and stuff, that's cool if you are some kind of orbital mechanics genius or whatever. It is very much outside of my wheelhouse. I'm not that efficient yet. Maybe in a year or two, another 500 hours, I'll be able to enjoy that. But probably not. Let's do 80 kilometers. Okay, so I was talking about MechJeb, and you see all these new windows that popped up on my screen? So over on the right is the MechJeb window. It's got, well, all of the neat modules that MechJeb can let you use. Over on the left-hand side, we've got the ascent guidance. So that does the automatic gravity assist turn for you, because I'm terrible at those, and I don't know when to change for this, that, or the other. So just, I'm not great at that. The maneuver planner, it's good for planning maneuvers. So if I need to transfer to another planet or return from a moon or line up with a moon, it handles that for me. And then the landing guidance rarely ever works for me. It's handy for landing on a moon sometimes. Either way, we're going to just run with the default settings and engage the autopilot. And let's see how it does. Okay, so that's MechJeb aligning things for me, which is great, because like I said, I'm not super great at the gravity turn and all that. If you are interested in this kind of thing, but orbital mechanics makes your brain hurt, definitely think about getting MechJeb. MechJeb is super duper handy. You know, I might actually make it a series. Because in my personal playthrough, I've spent days on it. And I'm still, like, just now getting to Duna. Like, before I started the stream, I was playing, you know, on my own, waiting for some stuff to download, because this is all offline. So, like, I don't have to worry about what my download or upload is unless I'm streaming. So, in my personal one, I have made it to Duna, and I'm working on finding my way back. So yeah. And that actually reminded me I forgot to log a temperature, and oh, it's not going to give me anything. Close that. Okay. Okay, this is actually boosting my confidence a little bit, because I did almost this good without MechJeb. And did I forget? No, it's doing good stuff. If you lose your stuff, you can always try and get the Blunderbirds to save it. I've never heard of that. Huh. Oh, and the sound broke. Thanks, Kerbal. Yeah, I definitely need to get some more Delta V, you know, out into the spaceness. Let's go ahead and log that pressure. We are not actually in a vacuum, which is good. Have we logged temperature at this altitude? We have not. Okay, cool. So let's disengage that autopilot so it doesn't auto-circularize us. Matt Lowe, a YouTuber who does lots of Kerbal Space Program, has a series called The Blunderbirds where he downloads people's gone wrong playthroughs and builds rockets to save them. Okay, okay. I feel like I could totally make some challenge stuff for him. I think that would be hilarious. I don't know if we've done one in the outside of the atmosphere yet, but yeah, that'll do a thing. It's been a while since you've seen him and you're not sure if he does it anymore. It's not too big of a deal. We're still gonna have fun doing it on our own. And if I get a bit better, I'll start doing that kind of thing on my own. Like well, that kind of thing is exactly what I was talking about in career mode. Because there's a very common career mission where you have to go save a Kerbal from orbit. So you've got to be pretty darn good already with, well, rendezvousing with stuff. I've actually only docked one time. Like, only successfully docked one time ever. So that's definitely something I need to work on. And I think when we start doing the interplanetary stuff, we're going to build a space station. Like that, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of fun to me. Building a space station. Heck yeah. Now, it's going to be a whole different learning curve. Like trying to figure out how to do it. Oh, and we're getting back into the atmosphere. This is absolutely a waste of Delta V and may actually hurt more than help. But, yeah. Using the spin maneuver again. Yeah, I know. It is a hard to hit target. Whoa. But it's been a goal of mine for a while now. Like, I've always wanted to build a space station. Can you guys hear Pretzel? It's showing up on my thing, but it's not very loud. I didn't think that'd be too big of an issue. Spin maneuver! Yes, I'm absolutely planning on doing one for refueling. Just making one that looks cool, I don't feel like is really worth my time. Like, that would be really, really cool. Are you guys want me to turn Pretzel up a little bit? Because I can turn Pretzel up a little bit. It's just, it gets kind of quiet in here, so I wanted something going. I went to go turn it up and it was in the middle, well, middle of changing songs. There we go, we're on the ground. Let's go recover all that science. Wait, did we lose our... Dang it. When did we lose our science thing? Oh, no. Pretzel is the music bot that keeps, you know, doing stuff. Dang it. And we've got basically no science from it. Yeah. Well, I'll turn it up a little bit more. How about there? Let me know what you think. Actually don't have any debris out there, so yeah, we're gonna go review our design. I think maybe I put the science module in the wrong area. I have turned off Kerbal Space Program soundtrack because it kind of drives me a little bit insane. And yes, that is absolutely what I did. I put it on in the wrong order. Such is the life of a Kerbal. There we go. Okay, so this is very much not an advisable thing to do. But we're gonna double down on the boosters here. Get us a little bit more altitude, maybe a little bit further out. Let's go give it a try. Yes, AutoDave is right, free, YouTube safe, online music streaming. I will absolutely try not to kill Jeb. I like Jeb. Jeb's cool. Bob, on the other hand, is a bit of a wet blanket. Just saying. Okay, let's go ahead and engage that autopilot and say, take me to 80 kilometers up. Whew. Okay, so on the way up, I don't know if you can read this, but I've got limit Q to 20,000 pascals. What that's going to try to do is going to try to limit my speed under the speed of sound. Because any faster than the speed of sound, you're pushing against the air barrier. Like, you can go faster than the speed of sound as soon as you get less atmosphere, but the quicker you hit that speed of sound barrier, the more delta V you're wasting. And I know I've said the word delta V a couple of times, and I'll go back over what that is. Also, you can add boosters to boosters with radial decouplers and boosters to those and so forth. Yes, that is why I want the radial decoupler. Oh, yes. Let's take a look at our delta V stats. So, delta is the math symbol or science symbol for change, and the V is velocity. Yes, you can't control the speed of the boosters. That's okay, though, because we just wanted them to get us into space. Anyway, I'm not sure if you can read it, but I've got the delta V stats up on the screen. I was saying delta is change, V is velocity, change of velocity potential. We'll think of it that way. So right now, this untouched, almost untouched stage has got 1,390 meters per second of delta V, or about 28 seconds of burn time. So that's, yes, velocity of change. Yes. So that's how much I have to work with. And I don't know if you can see it at the bottom of the screen. The next node just popped up. It's going to take about 800 meters per second to get into a circular orbit, which is a lot. It's like a lot. Honestly, the only text I can read is the altitude meter, and the rest is kind of blurry. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that's a symptom of the new monitor. It's running at a different resolution. I don't know if I should change the resolution of my monitor or if I should change the resolution of the stream. But if I change the resolution of the stream, that would mean stopping and restarting and hoping for the best. So if you give me a minute when I hit the ground, I will change the resolution of my monitor. I know that won't break the stream. Okay, so we are now in a stable orbit. Let's go ahead and observe that mystery goo, keep the experiment, log the pressure data, keep that, log the temperature data, and keep that. Cool. Don't worry about changing the resolution, it's not that important. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, crew report made it back last time, so nothing special there. Let's go ahead and close that up. And we should actually be able to set the pad as our land target. and see how good Mech Jeb does on landing. If I remember right, it likes to bring me in a little bit faster than is advisable. So yeah, about that. Oh, yeah, we can go out to the map. There we are. Spinning around. It's got our landing predictions up, so as soon as we start our deorbit burn, there we go. And that's all she wrote. I think that means we are completely into, no, we're almost out of fuel. We'll be okay. These little trefoils that you see over here, those are the landing target in red and the landing prediction in blue. That's where it expects us to come down. So we should be pointed in the right direction, or almost in the right direction. There we go. Coming right around. You're going to consider messing around with other vehicles like planes, rocket cars, and submarines. Only thing out of that list I might not want to do is submarines, because I have no idea how boats work in this game. Matt Lown did a cool thing sending submarines to the ocean planet. Is that Jewel? I don't remember. I'll have to find out. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I've got to get to the point where I can get to Duna and back. Because Duna is the next easiest thing after the moon. So, as soon as I get a handle on that, I'm probably going to build a space station before we go to somewhere like Jewel. And we'll probably have something about the size that you see here as a lander for Duna. Because I can't think of a good way to get to Dune. Yeah, you're right, it is Eve. But I can't think of a good way to get to and from Duna with a launcher. Like a serious launch stage. I don't know how to do that. So we're probably gonna have to build something that has a lander that's got enough to get it back home. Planetary bases could be cool. I don't know if you've looked at the tech tree any kind of recent, but that's very much a thing. Like, you can set up a mining facility on like Minmus and make fuel at Minmus. So you can use Minmus as your space station. Like, how cool is that? And yeah, it'll be constantly making fuel. So as long as you can land at your camp, it's got all of your mining equipment in it, you're good. Like, yeah. Are we out of... Yeah, we're out of power. Dang it. We are coming in at a good angle, but that's all it's gonna be. We're just gonna have to sit here and hope for the best for a little bit. You haven't looked at the tech tree, but Matt Lown does things on planets, including a floating one on Lathe. That also sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I have no idea how to do that, but I want to try. I think really the first step is building something out there in the ocean that we have, testing that out, and then seeing if we can fit it on a heavy lift something or other, or, heaven forbid, build it in space, because that sounds really hard. That sounds really, really, really hard. Yeah, being out of power does kind of stink. When we get back on the ground and bring back all of our stuff, then yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I'll take a look at the tech tree and see if I can find all that, you know, digging and stuff. Because you have to mine for your fuel. I forget the name of the mod, but there was a mod out there that did that. And the guys at Kerbal Space Program said, hey, that looks like a lot of fun. Let's include it in the default. How cool is that? Okay, we've already got a good crew report. Just waiting for that atmosphere to start catching up to us. I really want to put some batteries and or some solar on here. Yes, kinda sorta. There's just a whole bunch of pieces to it. Okay, we're aborting the auto land so that we can get a little bit of power. We are like totally out of, okay, we got a little bit of power. Yeah, well, as long as they don't take something with it when they go down, I think I'm pretty okay with that. Like the landing gear and all that, it's like, whatever. Yeah, we're just kind of tumbling a little bit. I wonder. That will still work. Yes! That's gonna still try to get us over to the Space Center pad. Yeah, the last couple of designs I built, I had batteries all around the what is it called? The command pod. Yeah, batteries all around the command pod. And I do the spin maneuver on the way in, and the batteries would explode. They didn't break anything else with it, but the batteries would explode. Thought I was doing Raft with Gun Jam. I didn't know Gun Jam was doing Raft. He was asking me, hey, are you going to stream some Kerbal Space Program? And I said, yeah, sure. So I went and streamed Kerbal Space Program. I really wouldn't mind. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. Okay, okay. Abort Autoland. Give me some power. Lose some of that junk. There we go. Lost a lot of mass, which is good. Hey, Damien. It's been a while. As far as I know, we're going to be doing some Raft. I don't know when. Because, I mean, the last thing I heard from Gun Jam was hi, but before that, it was, hey, you gonna go stream some Kerbal Space Program? And I said, sure. So, that's all I know. Yeah, I know. You've been mostly watching Gun Jam. I don't stream too much, so, I mean, it makes sense. Oh, we're so close to the Space Center. We almost made it. I just didn't want to... I didn't want to blow up because I had little bits and pieces floating around over there. Yeah, I don't stream a whole bunch, and you guys like streams, so yeah, that really doesn't bother me much, like at all, because you're watching the things that you want to watch, and I'm doing the things that I want to do, and Gun Jam's doing the things that he wants to do. We're all happy. But yeah, don't feel bad you're watching somebody else. I'm just happy for Gun Jam. Do you hear he hit like 1,000 subscribers this week? Like, wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you're a mod for the stream, you do kind of have to be there. I know for me, when I watch stuff, I don't like streams. Yeah, I'm real close to 300. I don't personally like watching streams as much as I do videos. So that's what I make. I make videos and I don't stream all that much. That's just my own personal preference. Oh, Jacob's gonna play with him. Were you on the last Raft stream? Because I didn't catch who all was there last time. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay. That had me worried. That explosion. It was just the heat shield. We'll all be okay. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. I like videos. Streams are okay. Yeah, I was afraid Jeb had just died too. Go ahead and bring him back, see what all kind of science we got. We definitely should be able to get the radial decouplers now. Let's see. Let's go grab you, bring you home. Come on home, Jeb. Just down the road. Science 48. Yes. I like streams due to the fact that it can help the streamer in the game, but video creators can edit out long loading screens. Yes. Like, the loading screens in Kerbal Space Program really aren't bad, but if I can cut those out, isn't that better? I don't know. That's how I like to do things. Batteries. Yes, please. Do we have enough for it? We need 45. We have 30. We don't have enough to do it. Dang it. Anything else? No, everything seems to cost 45, but we have the decouplers. You like the suspense and streams at certain points, but overall I enjoy videos? Yeah. Like, I'm right there with you. There have been a few cool loading screens. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think what I might be doing, one of these. Put that about halfway up the thing. Put that right about. Is that even on the? Is that even on the thing? That might not even be on the thing. No. I can't tell. No, that's definitely not on the thing. Okay, idea. Let's go down to 1. We'll attach 1 just right. Then we'll pull it off, go to the multi, and then attach the multi. Exactly where we want. There we go. Add boosters to the boosters. That's exactly what I'm about to do, and I'm about to do it in a really smart way. Just you watch. Okay. So this is gonna take a good minute. Okay. Let's say 6. It says 6. Okay, we'll pull 7 and 8 down here. We'll grab this. We'll grab all but 7 and 8. Oh, I hit the wrong one. So we're going to do a little bit of what they call asparagus staging. Why does it say 1 and 2? Oh, because it is. Oh, no. Okay, those 2. Is that the same 2? It looks like it's not. Dang it. Okay. We're just going to have a really... I was going to get really smart with this, but then it didn't go the way that I hoped that it would, so it is what it is. Boom! You've crashed my stream. Almost as effectively as the Kraken did. Okay, well, this is gonna have to be what it is, because I wanted to kind of asparagus stage it, but I can't. I'm close. I'm very close. But it's not as easy as it sounds. I could, you know what? I could go back and I could rebuild it and I could do it the right way. Or we could just throw a lot of power at it and hope for the best. We're oh, that was very wrong. That was very wrong. Yeah, I don't think I've got cones yet. Technically, he didn't die. Just being perfectly fair. Jeb did not die. He parachuted out. At least that's the way it's gonna work in my head. Is that the right one? That is the right one. Okay, engage autopilot and off we go. That's not right. That's very not right. Why is that not right? Yeah. Jeb died in an alternate universe again. Oh, I don't actually know what I did wrong there, but we will find out. Okay, we're gonna swap this up to a 2x configuration. And we're gonna get really fancy with it. Okay, boom. We're gonna do that again. Boom. Do that again, and boom. And we're gonna see if we can cram in one more. I think. There, that'll work. Okay, now the staging is all kinds of weird. But we can fix that. We can fix that quick. Jeb is not dead. It isn't in an alternate universe. He has been recovered. Okay, so we want... How do we want to do this? I want those two engines to go first. Okay? Those two engines go first, and then we grab the next two engines. It's gonna be those two. No, that's not right. I need two, and where? Okay, that looks right. Then we need two more, probably these. Those are gonna go on that same stage. Then we need their decouplers. Their decouplers are, it looks like this set. And they need to go into the next one. And then the next two, be these two, will go into that stage. And what are these go to? Those go to something else. That's the center one. I want that to go last. Put that there. And actually, it's gonna stage the one before it. These are gonna stage there. It'll come up here. And I think that's all staged right. The kind of asparagus stage. We're about to find out. The wings on the boosters don't make sense. That's probably totally fine. I'm just watching to be more confused than ever for how this game actually works. I have no idea. Are you going to try to do SpaceX style stuff and add parachutes to all the stages so they are fully recoverable? Yes and no. Like, I'll put stuff on there so that they can land properly. Let's see. Yes, like I was saying, gonna put parachutes on them. The only way to actually bring them down safely is to put a probe core on each of them. Okay, 2 is not enough. 4 is enough to get it off the ground. Four is not enough. Okay, I did all that fanciness and it's no good. Don't die, Jeb. Okay, we stopped it before he exploded. Oh, Sorry about the brief black screen. Some things happened. Okay, so well that went horrible. So we will try again with just overkill the heck out of it. Get rid of all of these extra decouplers. I tried to get too fancy and failed. That just, it is a thing that sometimes happens in Kerbal Space Program. Just life, you know? Looks one of those ICBMs that split into multiple rockets before impact. Okay, let's make sure the staging is right. Those middle. Okay. We need the middle to go on the same stage as the get rid of the outside ones, and that should be good enough. Yeah, we need to make the rocket the right way. It could take forever to build a good rocket. I don't want to take forever to build a good rocket because I could spend all day just building things. So let's allow to oh, that's not good. That's very weird. That's very, very weird. Let's get out of here before it all explodes. The Kraken is attacking. The Kraken is attacking. Oh, how did that not blow up? Yes, big explosion ball in the background. It's okay, I stopped it before it exploded. Oh, man. Weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down. You got that one right. Okay, so we're probably going to end up higher than we really wanted to because we can't cut back on the thrust. On the upside, we are going to make it up into the atmosphere, or outside of the atmosphere, with a lot more delta V. Yeah, I was trying to get them to fire in pairs, if that makes sense. Because I don't know if you're familiar with asparagus staging, but that's kind of sort of the direction I wanted to go with that. So you fire some rockets, you wait till they're out of fuel, you dump the empty fuel tanks, so you're lighter. That's what I was wanting to do. How is our apoapsis? It is entirely in the wrong spot. Like, it is off axis. But for all weeble wobbling that it did, I think that's pretty okay. But yeah, I wanted to fire some boosters and then drop off the ones that we didn't need as they ran out of fuel. But it turned out okay. It did. Well, there's a couple of not so alive Jebs in an alternate universe, so it could have gone better, but it could have gone a lot worse. Whew, it was scary. But yeah, we have technically made it into space. See, I don't know if we're gonna have enough delta V to be able to get to Minmus. We should be able to do a low pass on the moon, though. Yeah, probably. It looks like we're gonna have 800 meters delta V before we're done. Yeah, we've got about 800 meters of delta V left after circularizing. Now, I'm pretty sure that because of our wobbly takeoff, we're not in the right plane to go visit the moon. But we can check, we can find out. Let's see. No. No. Because we're so far off axis, we don't actually have enough. So we're just gonna have to try to land in a different biome. This is the alternate universe where Jeb was bitten by a spider that had been to space and back, making him invincible to all rocket-related accidents. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so we're gonna attempt the landing again. Okay. Desert, let's pick a target on the map. Where do we want to land? We want to try to land. Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay. Let's land at the target. That should get us some desert biome science to work with. We'll have an EVA report, we'll have a crew report, we'll have a soil sample, and then we'll have temperature, pressure, and goo to work with. That's not where I told it to go. Okay, that's the arrow braking node. So the red line is the predicted where we're gonna go, but that's also arrow braking, which puts us in the wrong spot. It hasn't actually fired yet, and let's land at the target. Let's not go into the right place. Yeah, we'll see if we can make it to somewhere cool. But it is attempting an auto land. See how it goes. I don't have high hopes for it. It's one of those things you just I try. I really try. But orbital mechanics is hard. Yeah, it's predicting it's going to land in the ocean. But I don't know. I told it to land in the desert and it doesn't look like it will. But at this point, we don't have enough thrust to adjust and retry. So it is what it is. We're just going to come in at a very shallow angle. I don't know if you saw that angle, but it's a very shallow angle. We're just going to let it slow us down a little bit, and then we're going to catch on fire around here. Yeah. I don't want to revert to launch again, because obviously we need to change the way the rocket is built so that we can get a little bit more range out of it. We need to get more delta V into the atmosphere, or out of the atmosphere. Or, you know, you could just tell me in chat, do you want me to land in the ocean, or do you want me to go straight back and build? Do you want to wait through the trying to land in the ocean? Okay, we're landing in the ocean. Oh, I'll definitely be able to recover at least something. I just have to be really careful about not running out of electric charge. If I run out of electric charge, then I run into other issues, like not being able to turn myself, because I don't have any wings on this thing. Oh, the stream is lagging? Yeah, I'm gonna blame my connection on that, because it's taking 3% of my CPU. Oh. Well, we got into the atmosphere. We didn't have enough delta V to get anywhere. So we're gonna land and try again. We're gonna rebuild. We're gonna get some more stuff up into the air or space and try again. That's what happened, and that's the plan. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It says my stream health is orange. So it's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. And that's got to be my connection. It's got to be my connection. It does say that I've lost 0.2% of my frames. I've dropped 600. But at 30 frames per second, that's a second or two of footage. Well, maybe more than a second or two, but spread out over the... Wow, we've been at this for an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're arrow breaking, and yes, I know that's not maybe the most exciting thing. Okay, there we go. It is actually adjusting to get us over to the desert. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to collect some science while we wait, but there's not really any... Oh, shoot, there is. I don't dare let Jeb out. If we EVA, he's gonna not survive, maybe. Okay, logged the temperature. Now we gotta log the pressure. Shoot. Thanks for saying something, because I didn't check. I was sure that we had done everything. Okay, we've got some Delta V left. We have no electric charge. So I'm gonna turn the engine on for just a second. Okay, land at target. Okay, should have enough power to readjust us. Hopefully you don't need that heat shield. Heat shield is actually between these two stages, so it should be fine. Oh, good. You've got a good connection now. That's awesome. Oh yeah, definitely need a battery or two, and that's gonna help a lot. I think we might be able to get that this trip. Landing predictions are still a little off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not the spin maneuver I wanted. And we're still low on charge. It really doesn't look like we're gonna make it, guys. We want a little bit shallower angle. And can we make it? No, we can't. But did we get enough energy to keep on track? It looks like we did. I think gonna abort the auto land again and see if we can get a little bit more distance. Nope, we're still we're braking too fast. See if we can, and we're out of fuel. So much for that one. So it kind of is what it is at the moment. Oh shoot, we popped back out of the atmosphere for a hot minute. It looks like we may actually land on the edge. You adjusted your stream from 360 to 480 and it cleaned up? Okay. Oh, you know what it is? I bet it's the transcoding. Because I'm transmitting in 1080. And the transcoding takes longer. So if you were able to watch in 1080, you'd have a cleaner, easier to watch stream. And I'm assuming it would take less time to transcode from 1080 to 480 instead of the other way around. So I've got one person saying 1080 is bad and one person saying 1080 is good. It's probably your local speed. I could absolutely stream 4K if I had more bandwidth. You know what? Let's speed it up a touch. Yeah, it's probably your Wi-Fi. I hate to say that it is, but it may be. Yeah, if you look at the predicted landing site, it's barely in the desert. And the heat shield is doing exactly what it's supposed to. Yeah. There's only so much I can do for the bandwidth. If I get fiber, you can guarantee I'll be streaming in 4K. Well, I'll do 4K if it can handle it. Last time I tried on this connection, it just had a heart attack. Yeah, well, Donut Ninja's a little bit further away than Tennessee. Just being perfectly honest. Tennessee is actually not too far from where I am. My bandwidth is 10 meg up. I've got 100 down and 10 up. So it's not quite enough. I'm surprised that heat shield hasn't exploded. Yeah, there's fiber in my area, but I don't have it yet. So it is what it is. Crew report and flying over the grasslands? I didn't already have that one? Wow. So it doesn't look like we actually are gonna make it to the desert, even though the desert's like right there. I don't know if I should try to roll there and risk exploding everything, or yeah, no, we'll rebuild, we'll get further out, we'll go visit the moon. That's the only way that I can see it working. But yeah, we are 6 kilometers up. Let's see if we can speed that up just a touch. And it doesn't look like we can speed up this close to the ground, like at all. So it kinda doesn't really get any better. What about the crew report? Don't want to overwrite the existing, and we're kinda low on power. Let's review the stored data and see if we can transmit one. And it failed. Not enough power. And we're totally out of power now. That said, we should still be able to do an EVA and a surface sample. Let's see if there's any science that we've got left. Is the mystery goo going to give us anything? And no, it still just says flying. We'll see when we touch down. Hey, we didn't explode that time. That's always nice. Deserts. Hey, we actually made it to the desert biome. We actually get all of the things. Boom. Okay, EVA and EVA report. Oh, there we go. An EVA report. Keep that. Let's take a surface sample. Keep that, and we'll board and recover. Yeah, I like being able to roll across the grasslands and all that, but I don't have enough power to be able to turn. What do we have? We have 75 science after all that. Yes! Let's go. Well, do we want to take a look at what we can buy something. Let's see what we've got. We wanted batteries. We are buying batteries. Yes, we have batteries. Let's build something a little bit less exploding. I think this time we're gonna do the exact same thing except no decouplers. No, because we gotta have the decoupler. Wish we had a better way to connect them. We do have a new science thing. We'll wait on that. I wonder if it's worth our time to try to... Oh, that's wrong button. Oh, I just had an idea. We're going to take that, and we're going to flip it like that. We're going to have a bunch of batteries, and they're going to be a nice, safe, not so explodey section. Going to be a little bit harder to reach all of our other stuff, but it's going to work. See ya, Dave! Good having you there. Okay. That actually should probably work. We need new engines, though. So that does 240, that does 215. But it doesn't gimbal. We need another one that gimbals. Really what we need. You know, no, that sounds like almost did a terrible thing. Hey, I do have a nose cone. I totally forgot about that. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's so wobbly because it's only got the one connection point. Let's go ahead and pull that back off. Actually, we need one of these. One of these. And we'll attach them in the middle. And that's not attached. That's attached. There we go. Now we'll pull it off and go to the way too many option. And pull one of those. That ought to work. Okay, they'll drop off, and then the next one will go. If I make it taller, it will be more wobbly. And I should really get rid of those. Those are bad. Bad idea. I can put on a different winglet, can't I? No, that's still my best winglet at the moment. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. No, I don't have solar panels. They're on the list of things that I want to get, but I don't have yet. I am actually at the mercy of the Kraken at the moment. Let's go see if we can do just a little bit better. It's a little bit more aerodynamic. And it's really the only change that we've got. And batteries. So we're not all the time running out of power. Let's actually do the whole set the moon as the target. That's what we're gonna launch trying to rendezvous. Engage our autopilot. And we're going to let it do its little warp thing. And it's going to launch us at a good time to meet up with the moon. Like, I don't know if I've said this, but definitely, if you want to play Kerbal Space Program, go get Mech Jeb. Mech Jeb just, it takes it from a semi-painful experience to great. Okay, so we're not wobbling like we were. I think the aerodynamics and the more central location of the decoupler has fixed it. Yes! That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling that it hasn't weeble wobbled at all yet. And I know I just jinxed it. But we'll see. Okay, that could have gone better. That could have gone a lot better. But it hasn't exploded yet. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. I have an idea. Okay, so the pieces of rocket were supposed to fly off in every direction. That's not the scary bit. We're probably a little bit off axis now. Not by a lot. There we go. Hey, and we made it almost to orbit with 2 kilometers of delta V left. Yeah, they definitely look like they came a bit too close, but it is what it is. They didn't blow anything up, so there's that. And I've had sketchier aircraft do even better in the past. You have oxidizer tanks and thrusters that take fuel. I've got a combined liquid fuel and oxidizer. Like, that one tank has got 2 tanks inside, one with liquid fuel and one with oxidizer, and they are feeding the engines. But those big, tall, white stacks you saw, those are solid fuel, so they're pre-mixed and solid. So it doesn't. It's got both, but they're kind of blended together. Depending on how long the stream is, it might not be here till the end. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but it may be coming to an end pretty soon. Because I really wanted to make it to the moon, but we've been at it for a long time. Okay, there we go. Let's check how much delta V that's going to take. It's going to take 800 meters of delta V. We have 1,200 left. It's going to give us 400 meters of delta V to circularize and come back. I say we try it. I mean, we can just do a flyby. It's not that big of a deal. I just want to get near the planet and come back. We're warping now, and we've got a little bit of time before the next burn. You'll stick around another 20 minutes or so. You gotta go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. in 20 minutes. Yeah. If you get to the moon's orbit, you can have the rocket sit there and collect science and then transmit, then come back to Earth. Well, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a flyby. So basically that. Okay, we've got almost 400 meters of Delta V left. I think we can do this. Gotta be real careful with this warp because I don't want to warp into the moon. Yeah, but you can only collect science one time. Okay, we're about to enter the sphere of influence. Let's do a quick crew report. We'll be able to get some science. Got some science. Send that out. Let's send Jeb on an EVA. Let's do an EVA report. Keep that. Come back in. We should do the rest of the science too. Okay, we will observe some mystery goo. That. Temperature. That. Keep that. Plug the pressure. Keep that. Ooh. Close, and then we will work just a touch more. As you get to new sections on the moon, you would have new science from those, but it would have to be on the surface. We barely have enough to get back to Kerbin. Okay, we need to adjust. Yes, I will be doing my best to do a different rocket with more fuel efficiency and stuff. Periaps is 13 kilometers. I think I can deal with that. When it comes back, I need to adjust that periapsis, and that'll work. I don't want to leave Jeb on the moon. Oh no, did I send all of the data? Sure hope not. Okay, we'll transmit that. We'll take him on an EVA, do an EVA report, keep that, get back in. Okay. Go back. You know what? Did we do the other science while in the moon's influence? I don't think we did. See, has that one been used? That one has not been used. Not a lot of science, but we'll do it. Pressure data and then log temperature data. Boom, and we'll close that back up. You can always send a better rocket to pick them up when needed. My aim is not that good. Not yet, anyway. See, if I do another crew report... Nope, nothing. View stored data. EVA report, we can send that out. Let's see about a nice low pass on the moon. We do a crew report? Yes, new crew report. Let's do an EVA. Report that. If we can do a new crew report, that also means that we can do these reports as well. Gotta find a goo container that I haven't used yet. Mystery goo. Log the temperature. Those, log the pressure, keep that, and close. I've built a one-stage rocket that could travel to the purple planet. I forget the name of it, but no stages were required except for the start stage. That would fall under the umbrella of a single-staged orbit, or an SSTO. Okay, let's kind of warp our way out of here. We've gathered basically all the information we could from a flyby. As we get out of the moon sphere of influence, we should be able to drop down our periapsis. Oh yeah, it would definitely have to be at least twice as big. Let's change our periapsis to, say, 70 kilometers at the next apoapsis. 100 meters delta V. We can do this. Can't wait to get this game, but when I get it, I'll figure out how to make basic functioning rocket and be like, what the hey does this stuff even mean? Yes, that is exactly how it went for me. It took a long time for me to have any kind of clue as to what was going on. And I mean, shoot, I've got 400 plus hours in this game, and I'm still a very much amateur. That said, I'm not the average Kerbal Space Program player. Well, I don't know if you could pin down an average Kerbal Space Program player. I'm not one that's got a hand on throttle and stick setup. I don't have custom controls that I've built up places. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an astronaut. And all those kinds of folks play this game a lot. So, yeah. Let's warp a little bit. I know how dangerous that is coming in. You notice we'll go a lot faster. You know what? Let's go ahead and set it to adjust our apoapsis. No, we won't. That's a bad idea. Set that to 75 in case we need it. We're gonna see if we can aero brake. That's 21 minutes from the periapsis. Get a little bit closer. Get out of that mode. We're 10K kilometers. Start worrying when we get around 100 kilometers. About as fast as I want to go. We're at 80K kilometers. I'm really interested in learning all this stuff, but I'm in middle school, so it's a bit away till I can officially learn it. This is a great way to do it. I mean, it's just a game. You've got nothing to lose. Oh, hey. Hey, Gun Jam. Thanks. I'm having fun in space, and I'm seriously considering joining you for Raft. We're going to be calling the stream to an end here real soon, because I've been going for almost 2 hours now, and my voice is starting to give out. But if you just want a not so loud companion over on your raft stuff, I'll see about joining you when I get done here. Okay, we are at 70 kilometers. We not adjust our stuff? Are we out of power? We are entirely out of power. Okay, gun jam. Damien, I believe you might hit the atmosphere and slow down, but without wasting a fuel. I believe you can land without spending a bit of fuel for moving, unless you need to reposition to land. Yes, that is the idea. So one of the downside of streams, when you're watching them, it's fine, but if you want to watch it later, it's like 2 hours of unedited footage. Exactly. I've passed my periapsis of 70 meters or 70 kilometers, so I was not low enough. We're gonna you know what? We're gonna speed back up here because we are out of the woods, and we're gonna head toward the periapsis. Oh, that was too fast. That was entirely too fast. Oh, oh boy, that's not good. We need just a little bit of power. My periapsis down. Oh boy, that's too much. That is much too much. Let's change our periapsis. Change that to about 60. And we'll do that basically now. Only 3 meters of movement. Let's create and execute and adjust. Oh, and Jam is live. So we're not going to come in as flat as I would like. Can I not throttle up? I have fuel. Yes, the stream is lagging just a little bit. It's gotta be my connection. Over on my end, it still says it's good, but on YouTube's end, it says it's having a bit of trouble. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, on YouTube's end, it looks like it's having a little bit of trouble, but it seems okay over on mine. If you missed the end of the stream, I'll take a screenshot of me, at the Space Center with Jeb, totally fine, and I'll put it over in the Discord. Keep running out of electrical charge. Oh, come on. Having trouble getting this node to line up. Is that the actual periapsis? Let's remove this node. Yes. Okay, we're coming in at a much shallower angle. Jeb totally fine, not blown up. Plays to pieces multiple times and put back together with flex tape. Okay. I'm going to do this. Let's see, atmospheric reentry, lead time. We want 60 seconds. Yeah, we'll warp to that. Warping 1 minute before atmospheric reentry. Okay, we are at 60 kilometers up. Oh, I don't know what blew up. I didn't like that. Oh, it was landing gear. Okay, our engine is toast. We'll kill the SAS. And we will go into spin maneuver. Yeah, I like the one-stage rockets. I'm just not very good at those yet. Okay, so the thing that blew up was a landing gear. So all is well. Jeb is totally fine. Okay, I don't have my landing predictions up because I have no power. But it looks like we're going to land shortly before we get to the ocean. What happens if you go straight into the sun? Yes, you do absolutely run out of fuel. And yes, I ran out of fuel. Yes to both fuel questions. Getting to the sun costs so much fuel, it's not even funny. You crashed into a rock. Okay, it's still in spin mode. It'll be fine. But we can watch that apoapsis come down from 3 million kilometers down to something sane. Our current altitude. Okay, yeah, we're doing a aero braking node. We're using the atmosphere. Oh man, that shake is getting old fast. Okay, so we should be able to go ahead and warp through and not explode because we're on our way back out of the atmosphere. We will actually have to do another aero braking node in a little while because that apoapsis is still 3 million kilometers. Oh yeah, that happens when you warp. Okay, we are entirely unguided and no spin maneuver is possible. Watching that apoapsis come back in. This thing is surprisingly stable. I just really hope I don't explode. I think putting the batteries in that compartment made it heavier than the top part of the capsule, meaning the heat shield is what takes all the heat. Our apoapsis is somewhere in the millions still, and it looks like we're going to make a whole nother pass. Because we haven't slowed down enough to land on this pass. And that's how you know we had barely enough to make it to the moon and back. Well, we're bringing back some really good stuff. And even if our science explodes, we're still bringing back a lot of good stuff. That's because we actually transmitted a lot of the crew reports and stuff before we left the orbit of the moon. So yeah. Things are looking rough for Jeb. Not only has his landing gear spontaneously exploded, launching shrapnel at him, but his rocket is now unable to perform the legendary spin maneuver. Will our hero survive? Find out next time on Kerbal Space Program. Oh, I like that. Then I tried creating a mod to allow for travel to the sun via an engine, and the rocket engine that I created sucked the tank dry within takeoff. And the rocket made it out of orbit just for it to fall back down. Yeah, if you don't mind being really cheaty, it's actually really easy to mod it. You just copy something that you like, you rename it, you go into the text editor, you can actually remove the amount of fuel that it takes, and you can make infinite fuel tanks too, and give it infinite thrust. Crazy. I wouldn't suggest doing that because it, in my opinion, it takes a lot of the fun out of the game. A lot of the fun of the game is the challenge. Okay, can we come to a consensus that if it is a warp-related Kerbal bug that kills Jeb, Jeb didn't die? Okay, good, because it's not, I mean, that's happened a couple of times, to be perfectly honest. But not since the new update for me. Okay, 400 kilometers up. Wait till we get to about 100 and then cut back to... There we go. Use actual coding software instead of Notepad? Well, it uses a scripting language to do all of its mods. Which means the rifts of the alternate universes are merging and you are seeing into ones where he dies. Instead of the real reality. Yes. Agreed. But yeah, you can modify Kerbal Space Program a lot with nothing but a text editor. And if you want something that looks special, a model editor. Got Dreamweaver, that works. Speed things up till we get to the first real layer of the atmosphere. Yes! It's weighted and its resistance, like his shape, it's perfect. This is by far one of my slowest landings ever, and I'm entirely okay with that. It's just saying. If you guys are interested, I can put... Yeah, I've got Notepad++ as well. You guys are really interested, at me over in the Discord, and I can send you the craft file from tonight. Like, just if you want the craft file for some reason. Take a look at the apoapsis. We're almost at the periapsis, and it looks like this may actually be our last pass. Because our periapsis is about 42 kilometers and dropping. We're still coming in like crazy fast. Yeah. I mean, the Discord is quiet enough that if you just at me over there, I should probably know what you're talking about. Especially since I said just at me. Lol. Oh man, pretzel crashed. But it's back. Okay, our periapsis has not continued to drop, but our apoapsis has. So I think it's gonna just be a lot more of the same. Apoapsis and the periapsis is still dropping, so that's good. If your computer wanted to work this weekend, you would mod my craft file to make it powerful enough to reach the purple planet, but I'll just copy the parts and repaste them so it will look like the same but be much more powerful. I can do that myself. I have done that myself. But like I said, I feel like it takes some of the challenge out of it. So I haven't done that in a while. Hey! Oh, we are the new apoapsis. We are going to land this pass. Can I show my landing predictions? Yes, I can. It looks like we may end up in the ocean. We are running out of heat shield, though. You'll at me for the file when you get the game I used to learn. Okay, cool. Oh, we still have a long way to go. At least we're coming in shallow enough we're not just gonna explode. Yeah, we've gone through a lot of that heat shield. But we are slowing down quite a lot. We're at 2 kilometers per second. And we came in at like 7. Yes. It sounds like fun. Modding it. Yeah. And yes, it does have decent mod support. I, once again, highly recommend MechJeb. And if I see a deal on Kerbal Space Program or Humble has it again, I'll be giving away a copy in the Discord. But it's got to go on sale or something first. It's giving me approximately 3 minutes to land. When we land and recover, I'll call it an episode, and we'll all go hang out with Gunjam. I mean, that just sounds like the right thing to do, you know? Except for you that's going to bed, yes. But you can watch the video on demand tomorrow. Or, I guess, later today for you. Yeah, modified rockets are kind of rough. I don't know how long Gun Jam normally does his. I don't know that I've hung around for a whole stream that I wasn't a part of. Like I said, I'm not real big on watching streams. How long to land? 2.5 minutes. So we'll be in the water in 2.5 minutes, for better or for worse. And we're going through that heat shield real quick. I don't know if you can read that number, but it's at 46 of 200 and going down fast. Yes, exactly. I have that same problem. Okay, we are 1,300 meters per second. One kilometer per second. Yeah, this is good. We've gone from red to almost white on the. Oh yes, we're below Mach speed at this altitude. Once we hit a little bit denser patch of air, we may. No, we're gonna be down at. Oh, we're gonna land this. We're gonna land this nice. We no longer need that heat shield. You had stuff breaking all the time and parts impacting with each other because the hitbox of the part would sometimes not realign with the part. But the old hitbox, when I placed it, there is a no clipping mode so that you can place parts inside of other parts on purpose. So if you had turned that on, you wouldn't have had the hitboxes hitting stuff. I wonder, can I speed this up a little bit? Yes, I can. There we go. Saved us like half a minute. And the parachute is deploying. We're going to come down at a nice, safe speed. I mean, that was time consuming, but that was absolutely the right way to land. Like I said, I know it took multiple passes, but even under no power and no almighty spin maneuver, we made it home safe. Like, I'm really glad that's on film, because that may be the prettiest landing I've ever had. Sometimes I would use modded spacecraft to do things like extract samples from asteroids, then the old hitbox part would collide with the asteroid. Okay, yes, that there is no fix for it. We did it! We've successfully arrived on Kerbin. Okay, it's time to hit that tracking center, see what kind of research we got, and then we'll call the stream. If it will ever pull up, there we go, tracking station. Hooray! I really want to know how much science we got, because I know we got a good bit. Let's go ahead and terminate that space debris, because we're never going to use that. And we will recover our vessel. Whoa! We earned 246 science. So that's a lot of good stuff that we're going to be able to buy. Is there going to be something for 300 subs? I don't know. Maybe. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm excited. I really am. But I don't know what to do. I don't think I didn't celebrate 100 subs. I don't think I celebrated 200 subs. I don't know. I need to get to thinking about that because we don't have long before I hit the 300 subs. Anyway, guys, I think that's where we're going to have to call it for today. We'll worry about research in the next one. I wanted to say thank you very much for watching, hanging out with me, and I will see you guys over in the Discord. And I know everybody here knows where to go find the Discord link, but just as a reminder, it's discord.wonsnot.com, or you can find it over in the About section on the channel. Bye!